And a bug can tell when the plant's stressed out. So when something's really growing fast, it attracts bugs left and right from miles and miles. They will come. Whiteflies will attack your plants. All kinds of other creatures, scales, diseases, funguses will go nuts. See, all from the high nitrogen. That's what the urea is all about. Kills the natural bacteria. And it's really the urea changes the bacteria in the soil. They're not used to getting 45% urea. They're getting maybe 1%. So you give them so much, like people. You take all this sugar, right? You're going to go, whoo-hoo, whoopee, right? That's what's happening with it. And then it attracts the bugs. So that's the law of cause and effect. So if you stop using the Miracle-Gro and start using something that's more natural with minerals, because that's what's happening. So you're having a trace mineral deficiency. It goes right back down to trace mineral deficiency, you see? And if you're deficient in any one trace mineral, then that causes stress, and then the bugs are keyed into that. See, the way you control the bugs and the diseases is you have for example, all diseases are soil-borne diseases. The soil-borne diseases. That means that the disease starts in the soil. That means that that good guy and the bad guys don't live in the same place. So that means the good guy's not there because the bad guy's taken over, right? You see, so if you keep using Miracle-Gro and all these type of high nitrogen fertilizer, the bacteria that's there changes, and it becomes a super monster bacteria. And it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. See, bacteria are supposed to eat the minerals. Bacteria eat first. Organic gardening, you feed the soil. You feed the bacteria, and the poo-poo of the bacteria is supposed to be the food for the plants. You see, whereas chemically, you bypass the bacteria, you go right to the plants. It's like having intravenous. Imagine if I was just intravenously, that's all I ate. I ate that. I didn't eat this way. How long will I last? Even though it's supposed to be food that I'm getting in my body, my stomach and everything will start to shrivel up. I'll start to die because I wasn't meant to be eating in that way. Right? You see, astronauts are trying to figure it out. I think maybe we better grow some vegetables on this spaceship because we can't keep eating these tubes this way. Okay? So it's a trace mineral thing. So more than likely, you're probably not adding the right things to the soil to make it healthier. And that basically means two things. You know, like rock dust. You know what rock dust is? She does, but you don't. See? And that's what you need to do.
Rock?
Something rang. When ding. It's called rock dust. And that's the source of minerals. Yeah. It's a whole chapter on it. And basically, it's rocks finally ground up into a fine powder. Mother Nature, every few thousand years, 10,000 years, has an ice age. The glaciers come and they grind everything up into a fine powder, and then they retreat back again. Remineralizes everything. That's why Earth wants to have an ice age now, because it's due for a remineralization. You see what I'm saying? We've done more damage to the trees in the last 50 years, to the world's trees, than all of humankind has done in 10,000 years. Okay? It's the trees. I like to, in California we say it's the cheese. Well, I like to say it's the trees. I can get carried away and I forgot what I was talking about. But rock dust, mineralized, is very important. That's why the two things that is important, even for ants, for diseases, is bacteria and the minerals. See, you have those things working together, everything falls into place. For example, on the lawn, okay, you can't have a luscious green lawn without any weeds, naturally. But you can't do it if you're using high nitrogen fertilizer. Or if you can't do it if the soil, you know what pH is? Do you all know what pH is? Okay, so pH level is very, very important because bacteria only live in the good guys only live in a certain range of pH. Outside of that, they're not going to be there. All the other guys are going to be there, right? So you need the bacteria, but then the bacteria has to eat the minerals. No minerals, you got bacteria, it doesn't work. You got minerals, no bacteria, it doesn't work. You got to have the two together so the bacteria can eat the minerals, and then the plants get the food. Okay? So when you're having a trace mineral deficiency, right off the bat, your pH is wrong. I bet you if you test your pH, same thing when you have ants, you have massive amounts of ants, or any type of disease, like on your roses or anything, first thing you do is test your pH of your soil. You need to have it slightly acid. That's the bacteria. They live in a pH of 6. Well, 6 is the lowest, but 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5. 6.5 is the magic number. If you have a pH of 6.5, Now that doesn't mean you're going to have the bacteria, see, because you got the city water killing the bacteria. So if you're lucky you have the pH of 6.5, no bacteria, and you have minerals, it still doesn't work.